A judge has ruled that General Motors is not liable for the deaths and injuries that were caused by ignition key problems if those problems occurred before 2009. Jeff Flock is here. Jeff, I want a clean-cut explanation of what's going on here.
First of all, I would say I would give a month's pay if I could see Judge Napolitano dump glitter on Mario Draghi. That's just one thing I want to make clear.
That's good.
But take a look at the numbers. Here's what GM was potentially facing. 140 lawsuits from people who got injured and killed before the bankruptcy. The liability, between $7 and $10 billion. They're now off the hook for that. They are, of course, paying in their compensation fund. They've got over 4,000 claims out there. They've already paid on 84 deaths and 157 injuries, and many of those for injuries and deaths before the bankruptcy. So theoretically, ones they didn't have to pay. But they definitely are paying a whole lot less than they would have.
That's the bottom line. All right, Jeff, good explanation. Thank you very much indeed. And now I'm going to turn to a professional lawyer, otherwise known as Judge Napolitano. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I mean, this is the unfortunate, because innocent people will not have redress, the unfortunate consequences of a government-regulated, managed, and forced bankruptcy. You do recall how this bankruptcy came about. You do recall some dreadful thing called TARP, or as you would say, TOP, in which the government gave $17 billion to GM. That wasn't enough. Then they gave another $14 billion. That wasn't enough. Then they gave $30 billion. That was enough. And then they got their money back. But in the process of getting their money back, they gave the bankruptcy court a new set of rules and 30 days in which to craft the bankruptcy. Many of us, including your humble correspondent here, objected to this forced bankruptcy outside the regular bankruptcy rules. As a result of that, many people who genuinely were injured pre-09, 09's the date of the bankruptcy, did not receive notice that if they want to get in a claim, they have to make the claim during that 30-day window. In the real world, where the White House is not controlling the bankruptcy, you have much more notice and a far longer period of time in which to make known your injury and your claim.
So these people are victims of the bankruptcy, the government takeover, of TARP, and the White House.
I can't believe you said that, but the answer is yes. Stated better than I ever could, especially the way you pronounced TARP.
What's with this humble correspondent? not on display normally. It's humility. What?
I'm proud of my humility. Oh, no kidding. Just love to use words with you.
Well, it's always enjoyable, Judge. I tell you, even when you're totally wrong.